for the past year, I feel like I'm, in an old Western and I'm riding beside a train on a horse and you just keep going and going and going. And so I've jumped onto the train, but there's no conductor. So now I got to get this train back on the tracks. I think to do the job, how I've always been as a prosecutor, you got to get along with your cops. And you create a relationship and it pays back threefold.
Is that maybe a big difference from your predecessor who was not necessarily friends with law enforcement?
I don't know. I just know that walls were created that should not have been. There's no longer an escort policy. If you're a police officer, you can come in this office. I think that wall, I spoke to many officers who said they will never step foot in the DA's office as long as that policy is here because they felt snubbed, that somehow they were seen as a threat. If there's no communication, we don't know what they're doing, and when the case comes over here, they don't know what we're doing. The community suffers.
And the rise in repeat offenders is on the community's mind and Heap's agenda as well.
But we need to focus on that. If the police are bringing us those cases with these people who have the 17 or the 40 cases, 40 arrests, we need to take that priority, take those cases and make them a priority as well. And we can do that. That's an easy first step.
And a priority for the new DA is not making mistakes which allow criminals like Bobby Buckner to escape murder prosecution and potentially walk free.
The trust and the credibility of the DA's office was damaged. I mean, this is the case that should have been treated and fly-specced with such care. I mean, you got the rape and the murder of a 12-year-old. What case deserves more? And the DA's office in the court order said they failed to do their job. They lost evidence. They weren't prepared for trial. That is what will not happen. I can tell you that. I will not allow that to happen.
Is there anything you can tell the public out there who might be looking at this going, well, it's a new DA, but it's probably the same old story?
It will not be the same old story. My prosecutors will be prepared. My policy is, when you look at a case, you're going to be speaking to your victim. You're going to speak to law enforcement. There will be no dismissal of a case without speaking to them. When you come into court, you better be ready. That is one requirement. I'll back my people 100%. And if something happens, I've got their back. But you've got to do your job. I think we lost focus. The focus needs to come back to, the mission needs to come back to, we are here to serve the taxpayers and the citizens of Chatham County. They don't serve us, we serve them. And I think that has been lost a little bit. So let's get back to it.